What's up, people? So this demo review is not going to be like your average demo review. We're going to be looking for anomalies that I've pointed out before, and we're going to be looking at how the weapon shoots. We're going to go round by round and see if we can see any of these things. And when we do see something blatant, Dan M's going to help us out.
Alright, boys.
Remember, the very first thing you do when you're watching a demo is you turn the interpolation off. If you have the interpolation on, it's smoothing out ticks that have already been smoothed out. And it's going to make your crosshair and players on the map do things that they actually didn't do. There are more commands that I enter in, but this is the most important, and if you're interested in the other commands, check out the video Aimbot Anomalies, or I have the demo review config down in the description below. Okay, let's get started.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Alright, so this is just a random demo that I downloaded a while back, and it's actually got some pretty interesting stuff in it, so I thought it'd be a good demo review to show you guys. And there's nothing really going on right here, but I'm going to slow every engagement down just so you guys know that I don't think every little crosshair movement is hacks. We're looking for patterns more or less, or things that are blatant. Kind of like this. But with aim locks or info locks you can't really be sure, they're too ambiguous most of the time. So we'll give subroza a pass on this one. At least for now. They're going to fake B site, then he's going to run up connector and meet another guy up in bathroom. Which again, we're not going to really see anything on this, it's just some wild aim, nothing really too sketchy. And he eventually ends up killing his target. After subroza actually gets up to A site, we have what looks like an assisted flick onto the first target, but it's not really conclusive, so I'm not going to draw an illustration. And then it looks like he almost afterlocks the guy that's at truck, but he could just be shooting the guys at dumpster, so I'm going to say that this one isn't really anything either. Alright, round 2, we got subroza sitting in connector. He's going to fuck Stewie up with a deagle. But again, nothing really conclusive. He's got good crosshair placement and gets a good headshot. This is really the only thing I have a problem with so far. Him shooting, and then before he peeks left, his crosshair jumps to this target. Now, this is sketchy to me because I already know that subroza afterlocks next to his targets, not on his targets. So just remember that for later on in the demo. He afterlocks next to his targets, not on his targets. This next part you see what looks like an adjustment before you start shooting. And again, it doesn't look like much until you see this next part. And you see the same type of adjustments, these little adjustments before he shoots to get onto the target. And it happens twice even though the second time he doesn't shoot. Again, nothing really blatant, just things to be aware of. Because he could see the guy shooting through the walls, so you never know. And again, there's no noticeable patterns right here. A little bit of an aim shake, but not much, nothing conclusive. He ends up killing his target and then goes back to B site. Okay, this is when it starts to get good. Because he has an afterlock after the first shot with his deagle, and then when he steps around the corner, he's going to have an aim shake up to the target, shoot at him, and then go back behind the corner, have a little bit of aim shake again. And then when he steps around the corner, he locks onto the other target somehow.
Alright, boys.
And then ends up dying. Okay, remember what I said about subroza afterlocking next to his targets, because this is one of those examples. After he kills his first target, it looks like he locks onto his dead body and then afterlocks next to his next target. But there's nothing fishy when he's shooting the weapon as far as like anomalies or anything. This kill right here, we have a definite micro adjustment after the second shot, and maybe another one after the fifth shot. But after that, you really don't see anything else too fishy. Alright, you're going to see him afterlock onto the target after the third shot in this clip, and then that's going to be about it for this round. Okay, so I assume he hit his aim key right here and got all fucked up, but again, too ambiguous, can't really say for sure what happened, it just looks weird. This, on the other hand, is more blatant, because we do know what's happening.
Boys,
He's afterlocking next to his target, and I don't know why he afterlocked next to this target, not the one that he was shooting at. I don't know if the other dude was closer, it's just whatever settings he has on his bot. He ends up killing this guy, and then it happens again.
Somebody's on the fucking gear.
And then when he finally spots his other target through the smoke, which he knows is there because he afterlocked onto him, he has a micro adjustment after the first shot, and ends up killing him.
Hit him. He hit him.
Yeah. Oh my god.
In this part of the clip, there's nothing really to see. He just ends up killing his target.
Okay, he's just gonna spam the smoke.
I like this. He can see through smokes better than him.
I know, that's what I was saying. Sub's just gonna spam him through the smoke.
And again, nothing here, just ends up sitting behind the smoke and ends up getting a pretty easy headshot onto nothing. Okay, initially there's going to be a little bit of an aim shake from the afterlock on his shot from the Tech 9, and then once he gets around the corner there's going to be an afterlock after the second shot onto his target. Right here we have what looks like an assisted flick, but I think it's because his target's behind the corner right there and it just messed up his crosshair. But it does look like we have an afterlock after the second shot onto the target. And then when he eventually looks away, I don't think that's anything, that's just him shooting the other direction. Or it could have something to do with his target being behind that box, but I don't really know. So I'm going to say it's nothing. Okay, right here you don't really see anything conclusive from his sprays, but when he goes to shoot his second target, you will see what looks like an assisted flick, and then an afterlock after the first shot to get on the target. Then towards the end of the spray, it looks like those last two shots are kind of forced to the target. Here I want you to notice what looks like a micro adjustment after he stands up, right before he starts going towards his target. This is something weird, something you should notice because I see this a lot. And after he kills his target, he ends up afterlocking on the guy in bank behind the truck.
alright boys.
Right here you're going to see him afterlocking on the guy in the middle of the site.
It's on the gear, boys.
And then I'm going to swap it over to view recoil tracking 0, and you're going to see after he gets hit by the molly it scares him and he hits his aim key, and he's going to lock onto two different targets.
Ooh!
The motherfucker's on gear, alright?
And then for the last part of this round you're going to see him lock onto the target while he's swapping his weapons. And he has a little bit of a yo-yo effect before he starts shooting, but that's about it. And then to finish it off he has an afterlock after the first shot on Stewie. Alright, round number 9, they pretty much get stomped trying to go into B site. Subroza dies immediately. Round 10 pretty much goes the same way, except Subroza gets hit in the back trying to get into B site. And then round 11 pretty much goes like round 9. They get stomped immediately when they try to go into B site. Except this time they had guns. Round 12, Subroza's trying to be sneaky beaky going into B, and gets fucked yet again. Round 13, he actually gets a shot off this time, and I think this is a little sketchy just because he adjusts to his target while he's behind the wall, and just the adjustment is weird in my opinion. But it could also be nothing, so we'll let that one pass. Okay, there's nothing sketchy in this round in my opinion. Subroza goes to peek bathroom and just gets shot by the op. In this round, we have an afterlock after the 4th shot. Alright, Subroza's gonna aim lock the guy running up short just to make sure that he's coming.
Crisp, clean lock, boys.
And then once they do get around the corner, you're gonna see a few things I'm gonna point out. The first thing's gonna be the aim shake as he steps around the corner.
Ooh!
And these next 2 shots are pretty sketchy too, but not as sketchy as the one after those, because he afterlocks on the guy after he steps back behind the wall.
Alright, boys.
And then he locks onto the guy again running behind the box on the site, with an assist wobble right after.
Somebody's on the fucking gear.
Here you're gonna see a little bit of aim shake caused by some afterlocks.
The motherfucker's on gear, alright?
And then continues trying to shoot at his target. Got kind of another afterlock, but ends up dying in the process. Okay, round 17, we're gonna have an afterlock after the first shot with the deagle here, and then some aim shake right after.
Boys.
And then after the 4th shot, you're gonna see his crosshair literally jump to the target.
Alright, boys.
And then nothing really too fishy here at the end of the round. Everything looks pretty normal. Okay, and nothing really to see here on round 18. Okay, in this clip, he's spraying at his first target, doing pretty good, nothing sketchy, and then all of a sudden he headshots his second target with a little over-aim included. And this is about all the action we're going to see on round 20. Round 21, we have an afterlock between the 3rd and the 4th shot. Right here, he's going to lock onto his target in the smoke after the first shot.
Alright, boys.
Here, there's an afterlock after the first shot, and then a micro adjustment between the 3rd and the 4th shot. Alright, round 23 is pretty blatant. He's got bunny hop scripts. I mean, he hits 3 in a row like it's nothing. I'm just fucking around. Okay, so they're eventually going to execute on a B site, and Subroza's going to hit his aim key again, just to make sure that they're coming short, not faking and going connector.
Crisp, clean lock, boys.
Then you're going to see an afterlock after the second shot with the CZ. Okay, in this last round right here, there's nothing really conclusive. Subroza just goes to peek around the corner out of connector and gets wrecked. Which pretty much wraps everything up right here. So if you liked the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, make sure you leave a thumbs down. Leave me a comment telling me why you did or did not like it. and y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Subroza definitely doesn't cheat. Definitely doesn't cheat. You know what I'm saying?